Evening all, I promised you no more games in RTSL 2022A, and then Hkdlwych, or however one pronounces their name, sorry for the terrible pronunciation of username, got in touch to say we've got a playoff best of 3 between me and Heuffie. Winner goes up to Division 2, so at least it's not a relegation scrap. So the plan is a best of 3. We're going to play one game now, which starts with random because we were both placed with equal win records. So we do US2 random. We may do a second game if the first game's over quickly, or we might not. We might reschedule and do more games later on. But the second game will be the opposite of this one. So if I'm USA, I'm USSR in game 2 and vice versa. And then obviously if we need a third game, we go back to +2 random, if I remember rightly. I think that's the instructions Hkdlwych gave us, or however you pronounce their name. Anyway, good luck to Heuffie, and I hope you have fun watching, and we will dive right in. Looks like I am the Reds to begin. And we'll check Heuffie's online, because we aim to start at the top of the hour, but we're just making some extra time. Hi. Okay, with a 60-minute clock, question mark. Well, I mean, as setups go for the Reds, this isn't shabby. Europe scoring's a bit crap. We've got D-Star, we've got Captured Nazi. So, yeah, let's give it a go. No, we've got Independent Reds, yeah. So we go Austria. Yep. Okay, we'll start putting in our hand tracking. Europe, Truman, Independent Reds, Nuclear Test Ban, Daystar, Swiss, Capture Nazi, EEU. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, good. Great. And you. Right. We're away. So yeah, not a bad opening hand. Getting purged would kind of suck, but I'm not sure what else we can hope for there. I think Capture Nazi is probably the headline, unless they set up extravagantly and make the most of us using Suez on them. The issue with using Suez is we want to clear Israel, and if we coup Italy, we can't clear Iran as easily. So, got to consider our options. Let's see how they set up, because obviously one of the things will be whether they set up 4-4-2 or the modern setup. And they are not setting up the new way. So, Europe scoring is the boring headline. But Suez is risky with Europe scoring in hand, because then we've got one less way of dealing with France. It's either Europe or Capture Nazi, I reckon. The question is which we fancy. I guess we'll get to space more often than not, and we're not going to successfully coup Italy, so we drop Europe scoring, because if we get defected, it's not the end of the world. Ah, oh, Middle East scoring. That's a real shame, because obviously that really puts a pin in the opening gambits. Blair. We'll still coup Iran. And that's a pretty sweet counter coup option. But if we can counter coup and they don't play into Lebanon, we've got Suez on our side. Louis, that'll do it. That'll do it. So now I guess we're in for D-style, aren't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. And we go Chile, South Africa, Thailand, Pakistan. Yep. Not happy using D-style so early, but we do want to start to chivvy along in Asia with that the last scoring card. Bit of a frustrating start, but we'll see how we can steady the ship here. Trying to snag Asia domination is part of that. Woi! Drowning in influence over there. Okay. Let's go there and hope they don't have Indo-Pakistani war. Still 8 ops of 4 op cards left though. And we'll be putting East European armas to space after captured Nazi, all things going well. Oh boy. Long think here. Let's hope that means they don't have another 4 op card. But we'll see. We're going to have to overprotect Pakistan and Thailand, having given them the China card. But we definitely need to make a stand on trying to get 4 battlegrounds, Indo-Pakistani war willing. Okay, gonna fight for India? Yeah, that makes sense. Little disappointing. But US Japan's gone. So we can use independent reds to overprotect Thailand and South Korea. Event captured Nazi. Holding Truman in EEU. Yeah, okay, so they figure we don't have. We'll event captured Nazi to prevent them getting the space points. And then we'll finish with independent reds. 1 Thailand, 1 South Korea. Which means we're looking for decol and defectors in hand to avoid. They've got a space Korean war at least, that's something. Defcon's going to be 4, right? So let's overprotect and we should get a coup off. Yeah, let's do that. Let's be aggressive. Now that means that we maintain Asia domination in the headline, so we need to watch out for defectors, but that is good for us. Defectors is problematic, as is duck and cover CIA. Right, so let's plug in our hand before doing anything rash. We may get purged, that'd be a joy. So, Vietnam revolts, Indo-Pakistani war. I think we ditched CIA fairly early on, so perhaps we go Indo-Pakistani war, because if it gets defected, it's a shame. But now we get a gamble on India and we get some mill-ops. Okay. We'll drop Asia scoring for domination and offer them a coup. Before dropping CIA, and we can space duck and cover. They're going for it. Irresistible. Oh dear. We'll use CIA to recover Thailand. Yep. Got the China card back and ditched CIA safely. That went about as well as it could go. Worst case scenario here, they play into Colombia and then take Venezuela, but we get the coup if they do that. So need some presence in the Middle East. We've still got De Gaulle and Suez. Wow, nice work. Well, that can't be helped, but that's very annoying. Well, if they don't play Warsaw Pact, because we haven't seen Special Relationship, NATO looks like it might want to do a pretty aggressive realigning campaign. So Truman into Angola if they don't go there. Space duck and cover, NATO for realigns, potentially space EU. But may hold it for UN intervention if we haven't seen it immediately. Of course, they were under containment, must remember that. Thinking hard. So priorities this turn are get presence in the Middle East so we don't get dominated. Playing to Angola if they don't. And try and get them out of Chile. Almost a reverse, like... It's almost like I'm the USA. I want to play into Lebanon. I want to realign them out of Chile because they've destalled in there, etc., etc. The world has gone crazy. Well, with perfect information, if they've got it, Warsaw Pact's the one to play, and they don't. So that's fine. Okay. Okay, so they played into Angola. So we cover so we can now use East European unrest, get into Greece, and Bulgaria knowing that Truman Doctrine's about to come up. But next we'll realign while we've got a shot. Come on. Come on. Come on. Always on the last one. So silly. So Truman next, Space Duck and Cover, or maybe Space EEU. Hold Duck and Cover. So it's not in the reshuffle and they can't play silly buggers. Need to overprotect Thailand. Take Lebanon. And then try not to slip too far behind with the scoring card in the reshuffle. Middle East for like 1 or 0. Europe for 1 or 0. Asia, ideally 1 or 2. And try and sneak into mid-war at -5 if underdeveloped in Africa. Gannon it. Okay. We will take Lebanon. We still have Suez and de Gaulle in the tank. Defectors. Oh, a flip. Very neat. Okay. Take Syria, overprotect Thailand. That's a good use of containment. We'll space EU here. Feels a bit decadent, given that we might struggle to space cards in the mid-war. But of course, with Defectors gone, the de Gaulle Duck and Cover gambit could happen. And the deck is very red. We haven't seen Special Relationship or 5-Year Plan. We haven't seen Blockade, Arab-Israeli War, Cambridge 5, Decol, Fidel, de Gaulle, Socialist Government, and Warsaw Pact. So at least the deck is stacked for us before the reshuffle. Although what's being punted here? Unfortunate to see de Gaulle go, because that is a card we would really have liked to have played. But Blockade is gone, de Gaulle got pitched to it, and we have complete information. So we got 5-Year Plan, Special Relationship, and UNI. They got Purge. Boo. That could hurt us. Purge. Socialist governments. Ah, they got Decol. Dang it. So they got Purge, Arab-Israeli War, Decol, Fidel, and Warsaw Pact. Blarg. So the question is, are we likely to get Purged, or are they likely to try and dump a friendly scoring card? I think we should be aggressive and go Cambridge 5 and try and get information. So we got Indo-Pakistani war back. And that's it, right? All the other ones are new. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. An intervention, socialist governments, US, Japan. Yeah. Let's go Cambridge 5 and hope they, well, not hope they purge us, but expect they do. Yeah, okay. That's, the expectation has been realized. And they don't have any dang scoring cards. There we go. So that's going to put us in a bind. So we UN intervention, duck and cover to coup Angola and hope to roll more than a 1. Or we could UN intervention US Japan on now. We're never going to coup Iran cleanly, are we? So yeah, UN intervention, duck and cover. A 2. Ugh. So of their 7 cards, they've got Arab-Israeli War, pretty safe. Got Milops. Fidel, Decol, and Warsaw Pact. So we'll be spacing Decol. And we know we'll be escaping unsympathetic scoring cards this turn. But not many others. That's an unknown card. Okay. We're not going to use socialist governments to hit Europe, I don't think. So we're going to start to take on Africa a little. We'll be sending US Japan to space. I think we can't really afford to just give up a battleground, and Korean War's still in play. Egypt, yeah, 6 doesn't matter. We'll event the Indo-Pakistani War. Have a go on India. Success. Very nice. That'll put the wind up him a bit. Mm-hmm. Shame didn't fancy playing that. US Japan fails, but that's probably not the end of the world for us. With them 2 spaces behind and us wanting to space 2 op cards, we mustn't get greedy pushing to space. Alright, so assessing the early war. We are lucky we've gotten rid of CIA. We're going in with a very sympathetic scoreline. Yeah, we're just going to pop another one in Vietnam. They get to put one somewhere. We're not going to have a second attempt at space with 5-year plan. So we're going in at -8, which is good. We're better developed in Africa than we expect to, which is good. But Europe and Middle East look very strongly American at a time when they haven't been scored. So we want to try and push for Asia scoring, which we're going to struggle to with their access to all the cheap battlegrounds and Decol having gone. South America is neutral, which is a shame. We want to be better developed there. So Junta will be a key card in the mid-war, and they've got puppet governments on their side, and Panama Canal, etc. So the scoreline flatters. It's still a very tight game. And at the moment, we have the curse of a 0 VP OPEC, which is shambolically embarrassing. Oh well, nice to get a free battleground. Missed where you went because I was busy checking it off. Libya, blimey. So well, yeah, looking for a strong Muslim revolution. Overprotect Asia. Want to do it, and we'll overprotect Lao, Cambodia against an easy flip as well. So they have Warsaw Pact and one other unknown card, which is not a scoring card. Could have opted to play the China card and hold 5-year plan to ditch a bad scoring card, but I feel like that just leads you into a lot of trouble of overplaying the China card and leaving yourself critically exposed. Nice into Colombia. We will overprotect against John Paul rather than try and push for Europe. Hunter is great for us. Middle East scoring is nasty for us. Allende is good though. So I think we go Hunter and we hope not to be defected, right? And Che's good for us too. That's not a bad deal, all things considered. Middle East scoring's garbage, of course. East European unrest. Che, Hunter, missile envy. Nixon. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll go Hunter, and if it's defected, we will cry. Ugh, Middle East scoring's going to hurt us so bad. Yeah. Gross. Ooh. Curses. So they can coup Zaire here, return the Middle East scoring card. We at least get to play Venezuela coup Colombia. And then we'll use East European unrest to take South Africa before we get Spear realigned. Yep, that's fine. Not ideal, but at least our hand didn't get shortened. And then we need to pitch Middle East scoring before it gets any worse. So this turn, space VOA, probably space emit, hold Nixon, play the rest. We're hoping they play into some more non-battlegrounds before we activate Che, rather than just start a coup war on Colombia. But we'll take Brazil in Event Allende and see how hard we can push. Yep. Gonna be greedy? Gonna push on? Yeah, gonna snag another VP. But I'll ditch Middle East before control. They may not coup Colombia, of course, because they don't want to give us Milops this turn, which is fine, but then we'll use Che to finish taking Argentina and Chile and try and max out South America. Want to fade ABM treaty, of course. So now the scoreline's back to something approaching reality, and with Europe still to be scored. If they are going to play in non-battlegrounds, we want them to be very greedy and go Cameroon and Saharan states. If they do, we can Che them both, and we're guaranteed Algeria, which would be bliss. But that's part of the reason why playing Emit seems like a bad idea. Like, if they can ditch South America scoring and lone gunman, we look like complete idiots. A 0-1 VP OPEC is embarrassing too. Just getting ready for Asia scoring, which is fine. So we have a fairly neutral turn in which we just space VOA. It fails. Not a bad thing, because we now get to try spacing Emit too. But it means we're unlikely to score Asia domination. Such is life. I don't think we were expecting to. And Cult Rev is another VP rather than the China card back. But they do get greedy, so we will capitalize. Great. The one card they hope we didn't have. But now, if they have puppet governments, we look stupid. If they coup Cameroon and Sahara states, we might use the China card here to put 2 in Nigeria and 2 in Cote d'Ivoire. And then we'll need to press South America before ABM or Brush. Good. They're giving up a few VP along the way here. But that does that, so we will do it. Oh, I can't play in Cote d'Ivoire, can I? So just miss LMV. Yep, that was expected with the filling, trying to do both things. So we will now space Emit. Space Emit, finish with Allende. Yeah, that's fine. Bag some more VP. Eventing Allende is fine. It's not super inspiring, but it gives us some adjacency, and they're not likely to coup it. Brush War and ABM will be fairly big. Still not happy taking the chance. I think playing into Korea unprotected did kind of hold them up a little. But we'll event Allende. Hold Nixon because we're holding the China card, and see if they coup Colombia here or not. Coupping Colombia is a fairly bland action round, but they must be a bit concerned about South America. So if we can score those mid-war regions, we get to breathe a sigh of relief. You going to go Saharan States? No, going Colombia. That's fine and understandable. But again, Flower Power might leave them in a bind with Brush War. And we got no scoring cards anyway. So Arsenal definitely goes to space. I think Quagmire is probably our headline here, in the absence of any sensible headline bar Vietnam revolts, which again doesn't make any sense. So Camp David. And Arsenal. This is not the greatest hand for us. Shuttle Dip. Quagmire. Shuttle Dip's currently playable because of the way Asia is, although Formosa Resolution is still a risk, so we've got to be very careful around that. Is it a battleground? one battleground country. So Middle East still has presence, although it's going to be a while till that's played. Alliance of Progress is currently only one VP, so we're happy to play it. Vietnam. One small step. Puppet governments. Yeah, I think it's got to be Quagmire, whether we like it or not. They're going nuclear subs. So we'll keep DEFCON high. And we'll, yeah, push on South America. Do they get out in one? They do. And with a fairly boring card, which suggests their hand is looking all right. Shame for us, but let's force them to start on South America, because they will either hold it or fear we hold it. Big coup. Marshall Plan has not been fulfilling Europe. Oh, wow, that's unfortunate. So, yeah, we use one small step here and overprotect it. Guess they rolled a 6 on Chile earlier. Can't have it all. Push in, push in. That's fine. But we will counter coup here. Bit bland. Glad they didn't use the arms race for the 3 VP. They're obviously feeling greedy. Here we're going to run into some trouble with 3 action rounds left, because we don't really want to play puppet governments. Ask not. Ideally don't want to play shuttle diplomacy. Can't give up. Nixon plays the China card. So we could be running aground here. Oh dear. What a mare. Well, now we will jam it and hope they don't have Formosa resolution. Okay, that's good for us. We will space puppet. Headline peaking is fun too, given that we've seen grain sales. Oh boy, they had a fistful of scoring cards. I'm glad we didn't do Arse Not. If they've got South America to cap it, then we are laughing. So we'll also space Arse Not, hoping they've got South America scoring. Be lucky. Yeah, wow. Okay, the question is, can we now find a way of getting home and dry? Brush war on Italy is good for Europe scoring, but there's no necessary rush to do it, and it's still a 5 or a 6. So let's see what we've got first. Well, that was pretty disgusting. But I'll take the rough with the smooth, as I always do. And we'll move on. There's still plenty of game left, especially as ABM treats it. Oh, Formosa Revolution is real nice. I know why you're eventing that, sunshine. One, two, three, four, five, six. What are my defectors and Panama Canal returned? Okay, we're not going to make it over the top, but we will brush war in the headline. Come on, 5 or 6. Big, big game. That is pretty disgusting. Special relationship went in turn. Yeah, so NATO is definitely the play. And if they take a coup, we win. Well, this is a game where, although a few things happened at the start of the game to unsettle us, everything went right for us in turn 5 and 6, which is pretty flopsy. Okay, so now begins the negotiation if we're going to play another one right now or if we're going to... Game 2's fine. Okay, right, cool. I'll set it up just to be safe. As it's USSR. Me, USA +2. Okay. What I'm going to do is... Oh, no, wait, the stream... Yes, right. And the stream's on a 15-minute delay. No, I'll keep it running. It's fine. I have a way to do it, so yeah. Wait just a minute. And see you shortly. Okay. So, let's reset the hand tracker. That was... I mean, there's not a lot to say there. That was kind of crazy. Very, very crazy. Right. Anyway, so we move on. This is fine. Let's just make a note as well. It'll be in the video. So, right. So fine. We'll end the game. Heuffie. Da, 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 da. Good. Back. Okay. Create a game. I am the USA. Heuffie will be USSR. Because I've just been USSR and we reverse the sides. Yes. Good. Nice and confusingly, his logo is the eagle, and this time he's the bear. Create game, US +2 random, me USA. Error creating game, thanks Playdeck, always good. Alright, so away we go again, but on the flip side. So let's see whether we get all the breaks this time or they do. We'll stop at game 2 and we'll decide, like, if Heuffie wins, we organise a game 3 another time for the decider. But that was crazy, right? We went from... Yeah, madness. Went from, oh, this early war isn't going great, to, oh, gee, all of their nuclear sub-coup failed and we took something like 12 points out of them. Sick. So sick. Right, better luck this game, Heuffie. Well, this time we got Middle East scoring. So we will be playing that. Got socialist governments. But we're still going to open 442 because we're dropping Middle East scoring. Yep. Okay. NATO. SOCGov. This is a nice opening hand for us as well, by the way. All things being equal. Would like to have seen decol and D-style, but as long as opponent doesn't have it. Pick the wrong cards and degall. Red, red, blockade. Oh, we can blockade. That's something. We can blockade away degall and space, SOCGov, EU. Purge, independent reds. EU. Got independent reds, blockade, Middle East. Scoring, which is our play card. No NASA, no NASA, no NASA. Okay. They get away to space. And at the moment, the game is almost exactly like our first one. But we've got 2 4-op cards, a space card, a blockade card. This is a fairly processional opening hand. We just need to remember to do all the things America needs to do. Shore up Iran, play into Malaysia, yada, yada, yada. Let's see whether or not they bother cooing Iran. Or if they do something completely different. Okay, giving us Japan is nice. Let's see if we can race into Korea, but we will start with a counter coup in Iran because we would like to play into Pakistan, but we don't get to. So now a DEFCON at 3. Are they going to coup Panama so we can try and push into Lebanon? Or are they going to keep DEFCON up? Which is a possibility. Oh! An all Asia decol is nice to see. Because it means they underdevelop elsewhere, but it is rather embarrassing. We'll play into Jordan as well, so if they do something in the Middle East, we've still got access. That felt a little bad, but we'll do it. Decol, independent reds. There we go. So what do we want? We want, yep, Jam Asia. Oh, very neat. But we can threaten Thailand in due course. Mm-mm. Okay, we'll give up on Asia for now, but we'll take Europe. As we've got a 3-op card left. Yeah, that's fine. We'll be looking to tap. Will we be looking to tap Thailand on the last turn? Depends if they drop DEFCON or not. Blockade de Gaulle, space socialist governments, finish with Eastern European unrest. Smart. Yeah, space first. Boo, NASA. Boo. Yeah, Asia's seriously problematic. Hmm. Didn't want to give up a VP. We're playing to a right. We'll sneak back through the Middle East. Spacing defectors. Don't want to give up a single VP. So if they don't play into Asia, we will take Malaysia and Philippines to level it up and hope to fade D-Style and Vietnam revolts to see if we can sneak Asia scoring away cheaper. Are they wise to it? Okay. So we're going to do this. It's a bit bland, but we can but hope. And hope died. But we've got Europe scoring, which is nice. Indo-Pakistani War may come in handy. And since they may have Cambridge 5, I think Marshall Plan is the headline here. Containment is the other one, with Truman Doctrine. It could be, yeah, Containment, Hold, Marshall Plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. Did I miss a card because they played the China card? Fidel, Defectors. Oh no, I dropped an extra card, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 11, 14, 15. Headline, 6 rounds, and a 15th card. Yeah, okay. Back to me. Let's work out what they might have, which makes our life difficult. Marshall Plan, NORAD. This is a very blue hand. Comic-Con is the only red card, and it's not so bad. 8 cards, yeah. So, Suez would screw a Europe scoring headline, as would Cambridge 5. But I think Containment just gives us way more ops leverage, right? Even if we event in a Pakistani war. Yeah. Never going to be a better time to headline Containment. Ooh. They don't have Asia scoring. Special relationship, duck and cover. Olympic Games, Korean War, Vietnam revolts, Arab-Israeli war, that's problematic, and nuclear test ban. So we will pop one in Jordan and one in Lebanon. Yeah, if they want a coup non-battlegrounds in the Middle East, they can do that. Because they're still going to get a coup off and we get a counter coup, right? So, yeah, that's fine. Want to make their life as difficult as possible. But they have ditched CIA, so well done to them. So once they've had a coup, Iran for Pakistan seems like a good gambit to try and level up Asia a little. Mm-hmm. Pretty big. Can we do the same on Iran? Yes, we can, has. This is good for us because they'll play into India. But we have the China card and can get some leverage on Asia. Now it's shaping up all right, right? Middle East looks healthy. Europe looks healthy. Panama's problematic, but they don't have D-Style or Decol. Decol went in Asia. So that's all right. So far, so far. India and Burma. Okay, so we definitely take Pakistan and Afghanistan for adjacency. Although, do we want to do it? No. We won't. We'll soften up Afghanistan and make them use a 3-op card because they don't have one. And that still gives us Europe before Comic-Con. Yeah, that's fine. And of course, Formosa's not going to do anything because there's 4 battlegrounds that are red. I think we're just trying to keep our nose in front in Asia, which will be difficult with Laos and Vietnam ripe for the taking for them. Of course, if they don't take India, we can use the China card. We can even use Marshall Plan. So they should be taking India here, right? Yeah, but we still go into Pakistani war. First, we drop Europe scoring. So, yeah, fading Asia scoring is the prerogative here. We probably also want to play into Angola before next turn because of the style. Let's see. Lao Vietnam just overprotects. Fine. One into Angola now. Yep. Well, I feel like we want to hold Indo-Pakistani war to get Milops next turn if they get the coup off. Standard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 3, 6, 8. Yeah, being able to flip one of Laos, Cambodia, or Vietnam is pretty big. So we use Truman Doctrine to tap Thailand. They have to use special relationship, and they can only cover Thailand and one of the other battlegrounds. So we can make it 7-7. And with Indo-Pakistani war still as a gambit. So that's all right. And we get France shored up a little. It's play into Zaire as well. Let's see if we get Asia scoring. And we've got into Pakistani war as well. We get Asia scoring. We get D-Style, we get Decol. Vietnam Revolt doesn't help. So Asia scoring in the headline, right? Yes. We're not going to be greedy and go for India. So yeah, Asia scoring in the headline. Let's just double check. Let's not rush these things. 5-year plan. UN intervention. Asia scoring. We got D-Style. East European and Western reshuffle. So they got Nasser, Cambridge 5, Warsaw, and Suez. So Suez is annoying, but it's no de Gaulle. And they can do a duck and cover coup. But if they're going to Cambridge 5 us, Asia scoring has to be the play, I think. So EU, God, left click, left click. EU, special relationship, and decol in the reshuffle. D-Style and decol, that's pretty sick. 3, 6, 8. Okay. So what can they play? Vietnam Revolts doesn't do anything in Asia. None of the other things do, yeah. So we just ditch Asia scoring for cheap. That's got to be our headline. Cambridge 5? Ah, Suez, yeah. So just punch on France. That's sensible. But it's not as compelling, obviously, as... We'll see if... I mean, they have to ditch Europe scoring, which then gives us a coup, which I don't see them doing. So we managed to dodge the worst of it, i.e. Asia domination. Iran is a very big coup. Ah, Europe scoring. Okay, so we get a coup off, but we don't get domination. That's a shame. But it's well played by them. So we will have a 3-op coup on Panama. Oh well. Got us mil-ops. Let's see if they have a war card. So we'll be spacing decol, UN interventioning D-Style. And we'll be going into mid-war several points ahead, which is fine. Ah, well, they play into Israel here. That'd be a good play. Get to Egypt first. Well, they've got Nasser anyway, right? Yeah. So we want to be taking Saudi and Iraq. Okay. I think we just want to be softening up the Middle East. They've got Duck and Cover, Cambridge 5, Nasser, and 2 unknown cards. So again, whoever gets Hunter will be a key factor here. Okay. But we can keep jamming. Fidel. So they now have 2 unknown cards. Cambridge 5, Nasser, and 2 others. Yep. That'll get you ready for Sadat. But we can UN intervention D-Style. Cover France. Space decol. Yep, that had to happen. Do you have Middle East scoring for 0, is the question. Cool boy, Muslim Revolution would be nasty. We've got the adjacencies, so Iraq's the one where it really hurts. Yeah, okay. Took them the whole turn, but well done for ditching. Yep, kudos. Do we want a 1 in 3 chance at 2 VPs, or do we want to do something else? Let's be greedy. We've already got the Millops. Nah. Almost. Southeast Asia scoring is not good for us. Africa is very good for us. We Will Bury You in Lone Gunman is not. Did they space duck and cover? Did duck and cover? Uh-huh. Now I'm confused. I think they're still holding it, right? They revealed duck and cover in turn 2. And in turn 3, they did not play it. So we can't missile envy them. Or maybe we can. Because they've got We Will Bury You. Missile envy is always fun, isn't it, guys? It's always super fun. So maybe we'll missile envy them. The alternative is Africa scoring for 3 VP, just so it's gone. One small step could be nice as well. Montgomery, missile envy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Southeast Asia scoring. What are the likely headlines? Junta doesn't drop DEFCON. ABM treaty. Purge. Let's miss LMVM, shall we? Come on, miss LMV's fun, right? Always fun. Miss LMV. Well, that's a low-up card. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? A flower power coup, ABM treaty, something juicy, Muslim Rev. Muslim Rev would be great. Even Bear Trap would be nice, so we get the coup. And the key question, if they even have a 4-up card. If they don't have a 4-up card, we can map their hand a little better, because it rules out 6 other cards. Interesting. That could work for us in Africa. So, duck and cover is gone. They take South America, that's understandable. Can't do a lot about it. Do we take Africa now? I think we probably do, right? Although, we could be greedy, right? We don't have a ton of ops to play with here, but we might be able to claim Africa control. But let's be super risk averse. Because now we can use the China. Yeah. Let's do that. Because now we can go Algeria, Sahara, Cameroon with the China card. And we could try and push for the game in Africa if they don't have South America scoring, Central America scoring, OPEC, ton of other ops. Yeah, Austria's fine. Let's continue to keep plugging cards in as we are going to keep playing. Yep. This is a pushy gambit, but we'll get a blast. Yep. Oh dear. So they need to score a VP, 2 VPs here. Sorry, 2 VP. 3 VP. Even OPEC won't do it. Yeah, good game. Jeez, that was disgusting. All right, well, I think what we saw were fairly lopsided results, right? So Heuffie played brilliantly, but after the duck and cover, which they were forced to give up, and the flubbed coup, they just had nowhere to go in Africa. I think only Quagmire could have slowed me down. So, well, I mean, this means that I'll be playing in Division 2 next year. Given it took a while for the wheels to get moving this season, that doesn't bode great for me, but hey, it's the only way to learn, getting talked around by people better than you, so looking forward to next year. But thanks to Heuffie, better luck next season. And I will see you in the autumn for RTSL 2022B and ITSL 2022-23. Maybe some more games coming between now and then. All right, that'll do. Enough chit chat. Thanks for watching. I will see you again next season, and there might be some games in between as well. So thanks a lot, and bye for now.